What's up, YouTube? It's Dale again. In my last video, I mentioned that I was going to be wiring up some toggle switches and a couple of cigarette lighters, and one of my viewers, Allison, asked me if I could make a quick video on how that's done. So this is my attempt at that. Just remember that what I'm telling you in this video is what I did, and it's not necessarily what you need to do, but this is how it's basically done. So let's start with a cigarette lighter. This normally comes, you can buy these on Amazon. I bought a 2-pack. They were like $7.50 for the 2 of them. It's the lighter, the heating element part, and then this is the backer plate for it. What you normally would do, you have to drill a hole in your dash that this will fit in. Then, let me put this on here like this, then you bring your wire up through here. You plug your positive, this little end on there goes in here like this. Then this screws in. This is on the front of the dash, this is on the back of the dash, and it simply screws together like that. Now, a lot of times if you have a metal dash and you tighten it up real good and the dash in the back is clean, that's enough to ground the lighter and you don't have to mess with this. If you see this little tab on here, if you're putting it in a plastic dash, you would need to use this. And what this does, and I'm just going to use this other ground that I have over here, you would ground it to here. This would go to some part of your bus or wherever you're installing it that's metal and can ground. Then you plug this in, and it should take 3, 4, 10 seconds, whatever, and it'll pop. I say it will pop. There we go. And as you can see, the cigarette lighter's hot. Now I'll be using these as not only a cigarette lighter, but also as an accessory port for any of my stuff that has the old style plug-in. The thing is, a lot of times those plugs will not work with a standard cigarette lighter plug like this. So what you may have to do is, there again, Amazon, eBay, they sell these that are specifically made for the electronic devices to plug into. And you would this one basically has 2 prongs on the back, just like this does. These are marked positive and negative. You wire it up, you make your hole, then this screw on the back tightens it up and keeps it in place. Pretty simple, pretty easy. That's that. Now, as far as the toggle switches goes, that can get a little complicated because the ones I'm putting in are a 5-pin switch. The ones that I took out, there's 8-pin switches, there's 4-pin switches, here's another 8. I mean, they come in, there's some 5s. Anyway, I'm using a 5-pin switch, which is what I bought off Amazon. And basically on this switch, you've got 5 pins. The 2 on the top are your grounds. So you put a ground here and a ground here. And then this is your power coming in from your battery. And this is normally, this side is basically for a light from your dash. Because on this switch, there are 2 lights here. There's one down here at the bottom, one up here at the top. I'm not actually interested in this one on this side where there's just 2. I'm not even going to use that. So the only 3 I have to worry about are these. So what you do, there again, you got your positive and your negative. So you connect your positive and your negative, and you see the lights come on, and it stays on. Now if if you're using this other side, then this bottom light would come on when you turn the device on. Now, on that, then you have this pin right here in the middle, which is what goes to whatever you're trying to power. and I'll just put a test light on it. Right now the switch is in the on position, and you can see the light coming on, and then when you turn it to the off position, it goes off. Pretty simple, you know. There again, some of these other pins, I don't know what to tell you because I'm not using them, but it's basically going to be the same principle. You're going to have a couple that are positive, a couple that are negative, and then you would just have to experiment with a test light and, you know, whatever you have. I happen to have a nice battery here that I can use as my test platform from my power. You may have to go over to your bus or your car or wherever you're going to do it. That's pretty much it. I mean, the thing about toggle switches like this is, as I said, there are so many different kinds. You need, if you're ordering off of Amazon or eBay or wherever, just make sure you get the one that is best suited for what you're trying to do. And all I'm trying to do at this point in my bus is fill some empty holes. I'll probably have these wired and ready to go, but there won't be anything more than likely hooked to some of them, and I'll just have this, you know, ready to go if I ever need it. I will put one of these little connectors on it that's got the protective casing on it, just to keep it, you know, a little bit more secure. The other thing you might want to consider when you're doing that would be to buy one of these step drill bits for drilling your holes. If you already have a hole in your dash or wherever you're putting it, this makes it so much easier than trying to file it or whatever. And this goes from, like, I think it's like 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch all the way up to 1 3/8 inches in the hole sizes. You just, you know, put it in the hole, and then, you know, as you go down, it steps, and then it goes to the next one, and you just have to, once you get to where you think you're about right, just start test fitting your cigarette lighter in the hole, because you don't want to get it too big, but you don't want it too small either. There again, I hope this helps out some people. If you have a question or a comment, like I said, leave them down below and I'll get back with you. And until then, stay safe, have fun, and keep the projects rolling. And we'll see you on the next one. Have a good day.